Zimbabwean philosopher and entrepreneur Matsono Laweo once said, "Set records, break records, shatter records." And stakeholders in the NBA, including players and coaches, seem to nod to this insight every single season since the start of the NBA, and this year was no different. One person who always seems to break a few records each year, Steph Curry, happens to be the first one on today's list. Number 1. The chef this season broke the record for most threes in a month, drilling a mind-blowing number of 85 buckets from downtown in just 15 games.
Curry way downtown. Bang! Steph Curry from just inside.
A record which was held by James Harden at 82 threes in 15 games too in November of 2019 when he still played with the Rockets. Harden had broken the record, which, funny enough, was set by Curry in January 2016 at 81 threes in 16 games. Curry this season, like always, was simply magical. Coincidentally, this brings us to yet another record broken by Steph Curry. Number 2. So in the 2019-2021 season, Steph broke his hand. Then after he recovered from that injury, he decided he would use that hand to shoot more threes than ever before. Curry became the fastest player to reach 300 three-pointers in a season after he only played 58 games. The record before that was held by, wait for it, Steph himself. My goodness. It's funny how this man keeps doing this, beating his own record as if old age isn't supposed to be slowing him down. Steph once reached 300 threes in the 2015-2016 season in 59 games. But this time, even with the effects of the global pandemic, the chef chose to get to 300 faster. In just the past 6 seasons, Curry has had over 300 three-pointers in 4 of them. Beat that. And I'm not talking to anybody else but myself, because only Curry seems to know how to shatter his own records. Number 3, we'll see more of the records the chef broke later, but for now, let's get some appetizer from other record breakers, shall we? So, for 40 years, NBA rookies and youngsters as amazing as they come like LeBron James and Luka Doncic could not reach the record held by the likes of Michael Jordan, who reached 2,000 points in just 73 games. However, the point guard version of Shaquille O'Neal, Zion Lateef Williamson, although he didn't beat MJ's record, was the closest to it since MJ himself. Zion bulldozed his way towards becoming one of the quickest to reach 2,000 points at 79 games. He broke the 4-decade-old spell in a loss against the San Antonio Spurs and joined 10 other Hall of Famers in the list. Big ups for the big man. Number 4. Coming up next is Russell Westbrook, the head honcho of triple-doubles. Westbrook broke the record for the most triple-doubles in NBA history with the Washington Wizards in the 2020-21 season. The athletic guard and floor general of the Washington Wizards broke Oscar Robertson's record for the most triple-doubles in the history of the NBA. But before the Big O retired in 1974, he held the record with 181 triple-doubles. But in May of 2021, Westbrook, in a loss against the Atlanta Hawks, ended the game with 28 points, 21 assists, and 13 rebounds, his 182nd triple-double of his career. By the end of the season, he had added 2 more, and we all know he's going to end his career with nearly 300 or more triple-doubles if he continues in this blistering fashion. Kudos to you, Russell. Okay, so how about an embarrassing record next? Number 5. The 2020-21 season saw the 1991 47-point halftime deficit record held by the Golden State Warriors against the Kings broken by the Mavs against the Kawhi-less Clippers in December of 2020. Going into the second half of the game, the Clippers were down 50 in a 77-27 lead by the Dallas Mavericks. Oh man. The blowout continued through the game, which ended in a 124-73 awkward loss for the Clippers, who took their revenge in the playoffs and now stand head-to-head with the Suns in the Western Conference Finals. This may not be penis enough for the history books, but it can help the Clippers forget a little. Next up, we'll look at some baby geniuses. Number 6, Anthony Edwards became the first teenager to score 100-plus points over a 3-game span in NBA history. Yep. You heard me right. Anthony Edwards is the #1 overall pick this season, and even though he struggled to match the impact and talent of LaMelo Ball, he is no doubt fun to watch. It's so enjoyable to watch Edwards attack the rim like he has no regard for human life. And the teenager in the 2021 season set the record for most points in 3 games by a teenager, netting 105 points. No rookie or teenager, whether KD, AD, or LBJ, was able to reach this feat in their teenage years. Edwards started on the road to achieve this when the Timberwolves played the Portland Trail Blazers. In the game, he recorded a career-high 34 points. Then went on to beat this personal record in the next game by scoring 42 points against the Phoenix Suns. If you have your calculator with you, you already know that's 76 points in 2 games. Now, add the 29 points he had against the LeBron-led Lakers, and you'll have yourself 105 points, and that is just awesome. Coming up next, the chef again. Number 7. Curry breaks the tally of 10-plus threes made in a season with 6 games, which is more than most players in their entire career. This is arguably Curry's year. Forget the fact that he didn't win the MVP, even though a lot of people thought he should have. Let's also put aside the fact that he didn't make the playoffs. Personally, Curry was beyond amazing this season. He was unstoppable, he was unmatched. Guys, did you know that no other player has over 5 games with 10-plus threes in their career? No other player. And I'm not lying. Well, Curry finished the 2021 season with 6 games where he made at least 10 three-pointers. It's so shocking, it's almost laughable. Number 8, next up is the chef once again. Already, we are full with what he's cooked so far, but here he is again with another hot meal, another juicy milestone set. Curry broke the record set by Kobe and MJ for the most 40-plus games in a month with 5 40-plus points at 33 or older. Yes, he did, as unbelievable as this might sound. Anyway, it's no longer surprising what he can do, so let's just move on. Number 9. Sorry guys, actually, we're not done with the chef just quite yet. So in December 2012, the legend Kobe Bryant set the record for most 30-plus point consecutive games with 10 games. However, in April 2021, when the Golden State Warriors beat Philadelphia 76ers, Curry had 49 points, making it his 11th straight game with 30 points or more. This was the most any player who was aged 33 or older had racked up. Damn. All right, next up, another baby genius. Number 10. 20-year-old Kevin Porter Jr. becomes the youngest player to register a 50-point, 10-assist game, beating a record set by LeBron. He literally took off the 50-point crown worn by the King when he was only 23 and placed it on his 20-year-old head. In 42 minutes, Kevin posted 50 points, 11 assists, and 4 rebounds in a win against the Milwaukee Bucks. Oh yeah. Number 11. I always love when rookies get in on historical lists like this. It's a glimpse of what's to come when the likes of Curry and LeBron finally hang up their sneakers. So that brings us to yet another youngster doing the impossible. So listen, in a 113-105 win over the Atlanta Hawks by the Hornets, 19-year-old LaMelo Ball became the youngest player to record a triple-double. He shot an impressive 69% from the field and 75% from the three-point line, but the highlight was his first triple-double, which settled at 22 points, 11 assists, and 12 rebounds. Number 12. Okay guys, how about some team embarrassment again? Great. This one for the depleted Oklahoma City Thunder, who got a beating from the Indiana Pacers. The Thunder had the largest home loss in NBA history with a 57-point deficit. The record was formerly set at a 56-point deficit by the Boston Celtics in 2008 and the Seattle Supersonics in 1986. Next up, we have some more exciting stuff. Number 13. We've been seeing records broken by teams and players, but how about one from the season itself? Yep. The season broke its own record for the most threes made per game with 12.7, which was formerly 12.2 in the last season. Number 14. Look, it was a season of three-point record breaking, which didn't come from only the great Steph Curry. The Milwaukee Bucks team also had their hands in the record books, breaking the record set by the Houston Rockets for most threes in a game with 29. The Rockets had set the record in 2019 with 27 after breaking their own record, 26 three-pointers per game. We're not quite at 15 yet. For number 14.5, we have yet another team that took a sledgehammer to the Rockets' three-point record. The Utah Jazz broke the Rockets' record of most threes made in a season. They averaged 16.8 threes per game, which is more than the Rockets' 16.1, and could have gone on to surpass the Rockets in three-point total this season if they had a regular season of 82 games. And lastly, we have number 15. Now, it's only fair to end the list with the guy that started it all, Steph Wardell Curry, two-time MVP, three-time NBA champion, and unofficial ambassador and owner of the 2020-2021 season. Curry had made us breakfast with the most three-point buckets a month, then went on to serve us several lunches in April with all his 40-point games, and now he'll send us off for a nice dinner. Anyway, here are a few more records he broke last season. 1, he averaged the highest threes per game with 5.2, surpassing the record of 5.1 he set himself. 2, he surpassed Wilt Chamberlain for most points racked up by a Warrior for the franchise. And 3, he became the first guard to score at least 25 points on 50% shooting since Michael Jordan did it in the 1995-96 season. Yeah, guys, this was Curry's season. Next season might just be the other Splash brother Klay Thompson season. If you forget what Klay is capable of, I got the video right here for you. 10 times Klay Thompson humiliated NBA players. This video is not for the faint at heart, but it's made for everyone. Click it, watch it, and I'll see you on the other side.